Hi, everyone. Um, if you don't know who I am, my name's Sid. I'm a content creator, influencer, I guess you could say. But I just felt like I needed to do this to get some stuff off my chest. We've all been watching what's been going on in the country over the last week, and like I said, I just felt like I needed to say some things about it. And I don't care if this video goes viral. I don't. I really don't. I don't want to make money off of this video. I don't want anything in return. If it changes or helps change the way some things in life are going in your life or in my life or whoever's life who sees this, then that'll be enough for me. Um, I am a lower middle class white male who works a 40-hour a week retail job. I have no political experience. I have no policy experience. I don't have any kind of experience like that. Um, what happened in Minneapolis was a gigantic tragedy that easily could have been avoided and should have never have happened at all. The eyes of the world were on Minneapolis. You had religious leaders, conservative groups, liberal groups in favor of a flawed and broken system that needed to be changed. You had law enforcement officers across the nation, across the world, that agreed that things needed to be changed. And as a whole, the city of Minneapolis let the world down. The rioting, not only there but across the country, the looting, the needless destruction of personal and privately owned property is absolutely uncalled for. There's a better way. There is always a better way of handling things and getting having your voice heard. There's no need for all of this chaos and all of this violence. What happened to George Floyd, it's catastrophic. It hurts. No one life should be valued more than another. And that's just me being human. I know a lot of people that will disagree with that statement, and I'm sorry. I truly and deeply am sorry. But the fact of the matter remains, there's a better way. He deserved to live a full life, and that life was robbed from him by a police officer. In the same way that countless other African American men and women have had their lives cut short by the same racist ideology. And it's sickening. It is absolutely sickening. I was brought up and taught at a very early age not to judge someone by the color of their skin or where they came from, or what religion they believed in, or what car they drove, or what kind of house they lived in, or what kind of clothes they had on. Judge them only by the actions they take and the character they show in said actions. And right now, there are a lot of people across the country that aren't doing a good job of that. Whether it be in Minneapolis or San Jose or New York City or Philadelphia or Louisville, you're not doing anyone a service by acting the way that you are. I get it. I understand. You're pissed. You're frustrated. And you have every single right to be. But there are better ways to bring about change and to have your voice heard. Today's date's Sunday, May 31st, 2020. There's an election year coming up. You want your voice heard? Call the people that you voted for to represent you and let them know that you are not okay with this. If you want to go out and protest and demonstrate, that's fine, but do it peacefully. Don't burn down businesses and burn down houses and burn down apartment complexes. Don't loot stores. Because there are more people than you think that will just see it as a sign of ignorance. I understand your discontent with the system. It's a flawed and broken system. But be the change you want to see in that system. Be the person that if you have kids, be the person that you would want them to be, that you would want them to turn out like. I have an almost 2-year-old daughter. I want to set the best example I can for that little girl. And that means not being out, putting myself in harm's way, burning down buildings, trashing cars, setting fire to businesses, looting stores. Because if you think the system is flawed and broken by killing an innocent African American man, and you're going out and committing all of these crimes and all of this protest, then you have every right to be treated as such by a flawed and broken system. It's not going to change overnight. It's not going to change probably this year. But be someone better than who we're being right now. We have to do better. We have to do better than the generation before us. And we have to do better for the generation that comes after us. I'm 32 years old. The generation before us, the civil rights movement in the 60s, set the stones in place for a better world for us, for our generation. And right now, those stones are cracked and are barely visible underneath all the violence. We have to do better. We absolutely have to do better. And the only way it starts is with us and with our teachings of the new generation, the younger generation that's going to come and inherit this world after we're gone. Not trying to downplay what happened. It was terrible, it was senseless, and it's a smudge on the history of this country. Be better. We owe it to ourselves, we owe it to our children to be better. We owe it to my cat to be better too, god damn it. I love all of you. If you see this video, share it with somebody. Anybody. I love you all. Goodbye.